Well, it's Monday morning. From
And
me.
we've just won
Oh yeah, we just won. Yesterday,
the Caribou.
a Chelsea goalkeeper decided to take a goal kick instead of a penalty, which meant that we won. We won our first trophy of the season, first domestic trophies in 10 years actually. And that was, we were actually, Lisa and I were watching we were looking at the text actually, which is always like a minute behind the actual events. Anyway, so how about that? Anyway, so the car's about 400 meters up there, something like that, parked up. And most of the cars we saw and vans were rental vehicles. And you see that sign there in English and Portuguese. Should say actually that if you don't know Portuguese, of course we don't, but we both know some Spanish, and you know a lot of this you can kind of suss out because there's some reason for that, I'm sure. But this sign, por favor, okay, please. N-A-O, okay, you don't use that in Spanish, right, I think. But now we know it means no. Tu car, I think, is the same. Nas, whereas in Spanish, what would you say for the flowers? Los, I suppose, or las. And here it's nas. Maybe that means our flowers. Anyway, so please don't touch our flowers or the flowers. The translation is the flowers, so, but you know, some things aren't exact, of course. Anyway, yeah, where are we? Well, you just saw when we go, here it is again. There's the Atlantic there, nice day. As in anywhere. One nice thing about London, I suppose, and lots of like New York cities like that, Bangkok, lots of places like that. Like if it is a rainy day, there's places to go inside museums and temples and things like that. And apparently Madeira, a lot of green, which of course means that there is a lot of rain, and there was just until a few days ago actually. But yesterday was really nice, Sunday. Monday, so far so good, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, blue sky and lots of sun to make it a nice day, of course. You know, it's a bit nippy, but, you know, I mean, I'm just wearing this t-shirt and shorts, so it's not so bad.
He's wearing a Liverpool kit.
I am wearing my Liverpool kit. And yeah, we are at, apparently it's an unmissable sight in Madeira, and it's this here. Not this lady. That there. Let me. In fact, I'll walk over it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk over it. See if we can suss it. That panel looks as though it's seen better days. I don't think this is glass. It's probably a really strong plastic, I suspect. That's it. Lisa, of course, hesitated before stepping into this. Anyway, this is apparently the highest cliff in Madeira. And there's this, it's free of charge actually. A bit awkward to get to by bus, I would think. Not impossible, apparently. Anyway, yeah. That's it. It gets a bit windy now. Anyway, so we're on the south coast. We're, oh Lord, 10 miles, 8 miles, something like that, east of, I think we're at, what's that place we went to the tourist office?
Riviera Brava.
Okay, there's a tourist office there actually, which was closed on Sunday, only open a couple of hours on Saturday. Today's Monday, so that was fine. So we're on the south coast in about what do you think? The middle of the south coast, essentially. Anyway.
This is between Riviera Brava and Funchal.
Yeah, Funchal's going to be over there. That might be Funchal there. Because when we came in, of course, it was late at night, so we kind of saw the lights. And this place here.
And you can see the black sand beaches below.
Oh yeah, black sand beaches. Oh yeah, it's down there. Really. That's because of the lava. Over years, thousands, millions of years, the lava would have been ground down, I suppose, and is now sand. Is that how it works? Something like that.
Something like that.
Anyway,
And the minerals.
Apparently there is a bus here. Like a lot of these places, there are probably buses too, probably not that frequent. So if you are planning on using the buses,
You can take a bus from Funchal to here.
I would definitely try and get the schedules ahead of time, and particularly coming back as well, because you don't want to get stuck. That is a big advantage with the rental cars, isn't it? And if you get a rental car cheap enough, I would suspect, especially if there's at least two of you, it can, I don't know if it would work out as cheap as taking the buses, but it's certainly from the convenience point of view, there wouldn't be as much of a sort of like if you like, an internal debate as to whether you should rent a car or not. If you do rent a car, of course, if you're just used to driving an automatic, and I may have said this elsewhere in this video, because I'm going to splice a few of these together, but if you are just used to driving an automatic, I would perhaps go for a higher powered car, which of course is going to be more expensive. Yeah, it's like, you know, many people of course cannot drive manuals anyway, like these. But yeah, it can be definitely a bit challenging actually. You sort of have to, if you drive a manual, again, you know, if you just passed your test last week, I'm not sure it would be a good idea to rent a manual here. You do need a bit of experience, I think. But anyway, yeah, so if you rent a car, then fine. And this is for the whole island actually. If you do use public transport, again, try and get their schedules ahead of time and plan accordingly. But yeah, so, right. Anything else to say?
Subscribers, this is one of the top Madeira sites, and even though I'm scared of heights, I think it's worth it. And the journey was nice to get here.
Yeah, journey is nice. Today the weather's okay.
Yeah.
And so that's another advantage of a car, of course. There's lots of places to stop at, for all sorts of things. Which obviously, you know, taking public transport is not the case. But yeah, I must admit that poncho place, we didn't get any because it's alcoholic.
It looked like it was beautiful.
But yeah, there's and you know, you get these stacks of cafes around and all that sort of thing with the pastries and coffees, and so yeah, with the car you do have that freedom. I mean, we're paying €185 a week. I mean, you know, it's just a Fiat Panda. I mean, I'm sure I guess it's probably cheaper, I suppose. So it depends, you know. Anyway, right.